you lovely beings, and welcome back to my page. Today is February 11th. I have with me 3 books that I want to read this month for my reading vlog, all surrounding love, romance. I mean, literally, Valentine's Day is right around the corner. So I have these 3 books with me, and at first there was no particular order, but sitting here staring at it as I was getting set up, they're actually already in order of what I feel like would be good to start with and end with. There's only 3 of them. There's only so many orders I could make. Yes. First we have Reincarnation by Suzanne Wayne. I think that's how you say her last name. If you see down here, it says Scholastic because I actually bought this book at a Scholastic book fair in middle school. The spine is very well loved. I ended up super gluing it back together because I read it that many times that it just came apart. But from what I remember from this book, it broke me in the best way possible, even for a little middle schooler. It's about soulmates, fated soulmates, reincarnating to find each other. Many lives, one love. It starts in prehistory. A young man and a young woman fight over a precious jewel. Their time together is short, but their reverberations are lasting. The attraction they feel transcends their deaths. The affinity they feel is eternal. Years pass, generations pass, centuries pass. But fate keeps drawing them together. Whenever their paths cross, there is that strange attraction, that unexplainable affinity, that feeling that they've been together before, and even if they can't remember when, and they don't understand how. Their love is haunted by history, from Egyptian slavery to Greek society, from Massachusetts witch trials to Civil War battlefields, from Paris in the 1930s to the present day. Circumstances will fight them, but the greater force will reunite them, because some people are meant for each other, no matter how long it takes. Does that not just scream love to you? This next book I was pretty sure I had seen on TikTok somewhere, and that's why I grabbed it. Everything We Never Said by Salome Harlow. What you don't know can hurt you. It's been months since the accident that killed Ella's best friend Haley, and Ella can't stop blaming herself. Now Ella is back at school, and everywhere she looks are reminders of her best friend, including Sawyer, Haley's boyfriend. Little by little, they grow closer until Ella realizes something horrifying. She's in love with her dead best friend's boyfriend. That's kind of a lot. Racked with guilt, Ella turns to Haley's journal, hoping she'll find something in the pages that will make her feel better about what's happening. Instead, she discovers that Sawyer has secrets of his own, and that his relationship with Haley wasn't as picture perfect as it seemed. Ella knows she should stay away, but she finds herself inextricably drawn to him and scared of everything she never knew about him. Perhaps it's his grief, or maybe his desires cut short by tragedy, or could it be something twisted only Haley knew about? So that right there, that just gives me a lot of questions. Who are these characters? What is the situation? What has happened? What are these secrets I need to know? Daughter of the Moon Goddess by Su Lin Tan. I think that's how you pronounce her name. I'm not sure. But the artwork on this book is so pretty. Like, look at the moon. Like, look at that. That is just like a breath of fresh air. Growing up on the moon, Xingyin is accustomed to solitude, unaware that she is being hidden from the feared celestial emperor who exiled her mother for stealing his elixir of immortality. But when Xingyin's magic flares and her existence is discovered, she is forced to flee her home, leaving her mother behind. Alone, powerless, and afraid, she makes her way to the Celestial Kingdom, a land of wonder and secrets. Distinguishing her identity, she seizes the opportunity to learn alongside the Emperor's son, mastering archery and magic, even as passions flame between her and the prince. Forbidden love, you say? To save her mother, Xingyin embarks on a perilous quest confronting legendary creatures and vicious enemies across the earth and skies. However, when treachery looms and forbidden magic threatens the kingdom, she must challenge the ruthless celestial emperor for her dream, striking a dangerous bargain in which she is torn between losing all she loves and plunging the realm into chaos. Daughter of the Moon Goddess begins an enchanting romantic duology that weaves ancient Chinese mythology into a sweeping adventure of immortals and magic, of loss and sacrifice. Where love vies with honor, dreams are fraught with betrayal, and hope emerges triumphant. That alone is beautifully written already, so if that is the vibe of the rest of the book, sign me up. And again, I just go back to this artwork. It is so stunning. So I figured I would start with super gushy, faded love. I feel like that's just a great start to a little bit darker and twisted love, perhaps, with a not so cookie cutter ending, maybe. I don't know. Sounds really good. Then to an all out fantasy, love, romance, sacrifice. I just feel like that was the perfect way to end February. Wow, the difference in the coloring of the pages, how yellow this is compared to this. It's been loved very much so. a cream.
Yeah, it's a lotion.
Oh, so it doesn't. Ow, I have a cut and I didn't know it.
Drink the baby bottle.
Drink the baby bottle. Oh shit.
Oh, so you don't have to use the
baby bottle.
The baby bottle.
I don't know. I don't know how to Do you like squeeze it? Like, it's still.
Well, whatever I did was wrong.
Oh. Okay. There we go. Figured it out.
Oh,
it's like
good.
a smoothie.
I was gonna say it's like a Go-Gurt.
That's really good. Hello, you guys. I am back and I have a book update. I actually finished the book yesterday and it is just as good as I remember. I originally thought that it was 2 main characters in the story. It's actually 4. It's reincarnation over basically since the start of humanity to present day, which was 2007 at the time, right? You go through each of their lifetimes that they have lived throughout over the time, and I think it's the ones I bookmarked some of these pages, not all of them. Mostly the stuff that resurfaced through lifetimes. I think that was one of my favorite aspects of the story is that early on, some of the characters get injured, and after they die and they are reborn, later on in that life, their body is affected by what happened in the past. About birthmarks reoccurring, what are the possibilities, and none of the characters remember any of their past lives. So they're just living through it, and you get to see how they're living through it, how they're all connected, how they stay connected. And the whole time it was like, I forgot it was this deep. It was really good. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Overall, I would probably give this book, I would probably give it a 4.5 out of 5. I am back with a book update, and the update is I finished the book. I even highlighted some points in the book. And honestly, for a YA, I don't want to say this was a dark romance, but it was dark, but for different reasons. It wasn't dark spicy. It was just a dark plot. I cried the entire book minus maybe 10 chapters. The beginning of the book, I was in tears. I had to stop. I stopped filming partway through because I could not stop crying. It kept going. And then where I had these brief moments of relief, we went straight for the kill at the end of the book, and I could not stop. The twist that happened, I don't want to say it broke me, but it hurt me so much for our character. It was so good. Everything we never said, you hurt me deep, and then you made me happy, and then you hurt me all over again, and then you hurt me in a good way. You just ripped out my heart in this book. But honestly, what I thought this book was going to be about was not what this book turned out to be, which I think makes it an even better book. So an overall rating for this book, I'm probably going to give it a 4 out of 5, maybe a 4.5 out of 5. So this was really good. I read it in literally 2 days. I could not put it down, which means now I get to start Daughter of the Moon Goddess. I have been excited for this one. I've been waiting for this one. All right, let's jump into this book. So I just got done reading this book and it is so incredible. It is fantastical. It is magical. I really felt like I was in ancient China while I was reading this, not just with the world building or the way that the story was told. It was also the wording that was chosen to write this book. It almost felt like poetry, and it flowed. It all just kind of worked together so beautifully. There's dragons, there's romance, there's heartbreak, more romance, parts that just leave you hurting, but then it's so real to the point that you're like, I understand these characters. I understand why they're making these choices, but part of it was duty over love, and that was the theme that carried through a lot of the book, was duty over love. And it just makes you at some points for the choices that your characters make, but it's so beautiful. I know I keep saying beautiful, but it just simply is. There are some things in this book that I don't completely like, but overall everything kind of outweighs that, and it was still a really enjoyable read for me. And it's a duology. There is an epilogue for the second book, Heart of the Sun Warrior. I am so thrilled to try to go hunt down that book because I need it. Fantasy, romance, explanation of powers and what powers feel like, duty over love, and not just for one character. There was a lot of characters in here that you got their backstory. Sometimes it felt a little rushed, but you got a decent backstory of these characters and you think that you know them. And then when they do the duty over love, they're really challenged with, is this my only option? Do I have more options? You have these complex characters that don't always make the right choice, and I think that is good writing. Instead of having a paragon that makes all the good choices, our main character, she messes up a lot. Xingyin, she messes up a lot, but it humbles her. It makes her a better character. It makes her a better fighter. Even when she thinks she knows all the answers and then she's shown that she doesn't, she apologizes. She recognizes her shortcomings and fixes it for the next time. Romance, fantasy, dragons, magic, so much action. Our girl is a badass. Xingyin is amazing. I loved her as a main character. But that is the vlog. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have an amazing day, night, week, month, whenever you are seeing this. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your time. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. Psh.